Hi guys, picked up a couple new tools from EAC, training for arm wrestling. Here I've got a normal cable machine handle, 8cm handle here, so really good for someone like me with a big hand. I've got about an 8.5 inch hand. So this 8cm, bit over 3-inch handle should be pretty good. Construction itself, it's quite heavy duty, quite heavy, should last. And being quite a large handle, it's good for me with a big arm and hand. And being that it's only half, it's not a full handle, it's not going to get in the way when you're training, coming down to the pin pad. You can grip it nice and low, come in, touch the pin pad, nothing's going to be in your way. I like this handle, but what's more interesting is the EAC Shark. So got this one for rising and pronation training. Good thing about this is it puts the connection point right out from your hand. This effectively gears the rotation and it really hits your pronation or your rising a lot harder than say your bicep when you're trying to, a lot of the time if you're doing pronation or rising with say a belt, you're getting a lot of load through your bicep because you're putting a lot of weight on there to hit your pronator hard. Whereas with this, I think I'm only going to need a light weight and it's really going to want to turn that pronation. So I should be able to do lots of pronation without really blowing up my bicep very much. We'll hook these up and give them a try. All right, I've just finished 5 sets, 15 reps on this one with 22.5 kilos, pretty lightweight, just to see how I like this roller here. It's quite nice. It's nice and large. Feels quite good. This is the 8cm handle. That's the largest handle that EAC sell. For me, I probably could have gone 3.5 inch, slightly larger, like 10cm handle. For me, with a bigger hand, it feels okay, but it definitely feels like I'm putting a lot more pressure through my bicep and my shoulder than I am feeling through my hand and wrist. So it all depends on, you know, what your requirements are. Some people like a smaller handle, some people like a larger handle. I tend to go for a setup where my hand and wrist is getting engaged as much as my back pressure and side pressure, similar to what's happening in an actual match. This feels a little bit light for me. Maybe if I go up in weight, I may see a bit more in the hand and wrist. I assume that will happen, but it just depends on where the failure point is. If my bicep or bicep or shoulder fail before my hand starts to open up. Apart from that, handle's really good. I do like it. Definitely going in my gym bag for my lunchtime sessions. Quite good. I think if I don't have a table, I'm just at the gym and I just want to do these rows. That feels quite good. And I do like having a more of a containment grip, bunching those fingers and gripping like this. So top of the fingers down on here. This sort of simulates someone posting and rising through your hand. That grip feels quite nice on this roller. Just just for when you come back, it really hits those fingers, and that feels quite good there. Again, not a whole lot of cupping, wrist flexor there. It's mostly fingers, containment. Let's have a look at this EAC Shark then. Now for the more interesting one, the EAC Shark. So this one, rising and pronation. I'm sure you could use it for supination and chopping as well, but my focus is going to be on rising and pronation. I've just got 5 kilos on here plus the mechanism, so pretty light. I've noticed even with 5 kilos, it's quite heavy, which is really good because I can sit there all day doing my rising And if my bicep is completely ruined, it doesn't really matter because it's only 5 kilos you're holding to your bicep. Feels really good. It's really hitting my two upper fingers there. Handle's a nice size for this. I really like it. I think this is definitely going to replace the old karate belt I'm using at the moment for pronation and rising. Definitely hits the cupping and pronation a lot harder, and it means that I can do cupping and pronation straight after a heavy bicep session the day before, and I'm not taxing my bicep very much. So I really like it. It's got a nice linear feel because of that arc. It's sort of the same pressure the whole way through. Feels really good. Pronation, same deal. You can even do this with just some weights stacked on the floor without a cable machine and just with some weights. But yeah, even 5 kilos, that's quite taxing, and it's really easy on my arm. No real pressure through my shoulder. Just really hitting that pronator. I really like this. This is definitely going in my kit for use at the gym. Probably I'll try and hit pronation, rising, cupping every single day. Well, I do it 5 days a week. Pause on Saturday, training on the table on Sunday, and back to cupping every day from Monday. Right, this is my normal setup for cupping. This is what I typically use at the gym. It's the piece of PVC pipe. This one's 3 inches, I think, wrapped in some electrical tape, make it a bit grippier, and then just a martial arts belt tied with a knot, and I've wrapped it around the back of my hand, and then all I do is just cup into that. I think this hits my wrist, my flexors, a lot harder than that handle, so I think I'll still need this, but I think what I'll need for this handle is more of a like an arm handle where my hand is out here and the attachment point is sort of where the fingers are, just so I can really like have it wrench back into my hand. This is pretty good, but it's not, if I really want to blow up my forearm, I really need to go back to this sort of style, or try a different handle. But I think that's definitely, this roller is definitely good. If I'm doing back pressure or side pressure training, I'll just use this handle and hit my hand and wrist as well at the same time. I might as well. So I think I'll still use this handle, but I think I'll have to use something a bit more taxing on my wrist flexors as well. Anyway, that's my 2 new tools. I highly recommend the EAC Shark. If you're like me, what I've tried in the past is a technique I saw Devon do, and that's so this is how I normally do my pronation. And what Devon will do is he'd wrap a towel in behind your hand there to bring that strap further out from your back of your hand to hit that pronator harder, so you didn't have to load so much on your bicep. I have seen Devon show a newer technique using straps and coming down off the ceiling to hold the weight and then just rotating through. That'd probably be even better. I don't have anywhere really to attach a ceiling mount to do that. So I think this is great, especially if you're going to a normal gym. Having one of these is going to be fantastic to let you get a couple hundred reps of pronation in for your volume stuff, and it's just going to tax the rest of your arm a lot less. It's nice and linear. I find with these straps, you've got the sort of, it's not real linear, it's sort of like, yeah, it's sort of, the pressure isn't the same through the entire movement, and you end up sort of getting some swaying sometimes. It's not ideal. I do really like this though. Highly recommend this.